First half, nowhere near good enough. The levels of every attribute you should have as a player that of good level that the guys are. I thought you've got to credit Newton Stewart. I thought they were very well organised. I've played against their coaching staff teams before, and they are organised and they took the lead quite rightly so. We didn't deal with a long ball, and I was annoyed and frustrated at half time. I didn't really take that out on the players. It was just more of a letting them understand they should be realising that the levels that we're looking to try and achieve in every game that we play, regardless of the opposition, is far, far higher than that. And I don't want to go down the road of threatening anybody or giving consequences, but the guys know they should be a lot better, and trying to encourage that situation to unfold in the second half, which it obviously did.
Yeah. Just from your point of view, how tricky is it to make sure that everybody is motivated and up for a game like this today, when it's kind of sandwiched in between the end of a very long season and then the prospect of a trip out to Italy and a European kind of tournament?
There's certain parameters that didn't help with that fact, but still the guys, they get paid to play football, and when they cross the line, it doesn't matter who you're playing, there should be a level of motivation. But they're human beings as well. We understand that it's a game that, with all due respect, we should be winning that game. We did win the game. The history tells us that we should be winning those types of games. And sometimes you can approach it just waiting for somebody to do something rather than making it happen. And I felt that happened in the first half, and we approached it a little bit of apathy and, a bit lethargic sort of nature behind our approach. Also with the parameter of not having a game last week as well, they had the weekend off, so they're coming into training. There's been a lot of them injured. We trained with low numbers, and historically we also actually, this season, I'm saying historically, but this season when we've trained low numbers, we've not managed to get to the point that we're trying to look at in terms of tactically. We've not particularly done the best in the game on the Saturday. Whether that's coincidence, that's something for me to look at. But to answer your question, it's not particularly hard. It's got to come from there. They're the players. They should be motivated to get into a final that we hold the trophy at the moment. So it's important for them to be motivated to do that.
Yeah. And just to touch briefly on the tactical change at half time, the move to three at the back, we've seen that a couple of times during the season, usually kind of towards the end of a game if we're looking to try and get a goal. What was the thinking around that switch so early in the game?
I wanted to get two strikers up. They obviously had the bank of five and the three in the middle, and they kind of kept one up and one off, and they were a threat with long balls. So first, before any tactical change, we had to win first balls and start to win second balls, like the basics, the fundamentals, and also keep the ball better and move the ball sharper. But in terms of the tactics behind it, was really trying to play a back four within a back three shape, where you had Robin, you had Martin, trying to give overloads in the wider area, because against that back five, we needed to get in behind them, whether that was 1v1 scenarios or 2v2s or 2v1s for us. So it was still to keep that and just add that extra presence in the middle with Reg, and keep the three centre backs central and isolate their wider wing backs really, and try to get the guys on. I moved for the 1 and the 2 higher to a 2 deeper in the 1 in front, and obviously then the 2 up front and the wide guys. So just to try and encourage us to keep the ball a little bit better and give us more options going forward in the main.
Very much successful as it panned out, and certainly seeing with the likes of Zach, Connor and Aidan when they were in that wing back position, really getting
positive,
that.
They were positive, exactly, and it was about making impact. So you can have any formation, mate. You know this yourself, but it's about the attitude behind that. So they had to be better in their mental state, to be better and be enthusiastic and be motivated and show energy to work hard and get on the ball and make things happen. And that was the difference rather than the tactical change. Of course, the tactical change, helps facilitate the areas that we try to get into. But if you're still not running about and working hard, then it doesn't matter what shape you play. So it was down to the boys to go and put that energy in, and which got us a result.
And then just very finally, flying out to Italy on Thursday. The boys looking forward to that, and are we going to have a decent kind of amount of the squad able to go because of the 2 games?
Yeah, the majority. Yeah, they can all go. The 2 games is going to be tricky, but I think we really need to concentrate on the first game first. Obviously, that might sound obvious. And not overthink it too much. have a good training session on Monday, Tuesday, and then obviously we're flying on the Thursday, which is great, which means on the Friday morning we can prepare properly and do a little bit at that point. So, but it's exciting. It's really exciting. We're in the semi-final. It's a chance to do something that, you know, none of us have been involved in, to try and get to a final, albeit a friendly tournament in Europe. So we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to a good trip.
Fantastic. Best of luck for it as well.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, Ricky. Cheers.
Right, boys.